What's up, everybody? It's your favorite wealthy auntie, Monét, and I am here with another episode of the People Pleaser podcast. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Normally I usually get on here and I'm like, he's this, he's that, and what you're not gonna do and what we shouldn't do, women, because this, that, and the other. I'm gonna skip that today. I don't have all the energy to be able to do that. So I'm gonna be real laid back. This is gonna be different for me because y'all know I'll be on one like, what? Because who said what? We don't do that over here. But no, not today. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna chill, okay? So what I wanted to talk to you guys about is I've been getting in my Bible, trying to figure out, what's going on, how our relationships supposed to look. And I came across the book of Ruth, and I found a couple of gems in there, I ain't gonna lie. But before I get into the actual gems that I learned, I want to kind of give you a synopsis of the book that I read because, y'all know how my imagination be. You know how I'm seeing stuff and I'm like, oh, what happened and then what? So I gotta let y'all know. So let's get into it. Starts out, there's a famine in the land of Bethlehem, right? So Naomi's husband, Elimelech, is like, look, we out of here. Like, pack up your things, get your belongings. We're going to somewhere else. Now, in my mind, I feel like Naomi was like, I don't really want to go. Like, I don't want to pack up nothing. I want to walk. I don't want to go. But she was just like, you know what? Hubby said, let's go, so let's get it. She packs up the kids. She packs up her belongings. They go over to the land of Moab. Everything is cool. Then Elimelech up and dies. So Naomi is like, kind of stuff is this? Like, we move and then you die, so you leaving me here with these two raggedy kids. What's happening? But whatever, I still got my strapping young lads. Then the sons are killed. So Naomi is like, I knew we should not, something in my spirit told me we should not come over here, but here I am trying to be a dutiful wife, trying to say, yes, sir, I'll be, being submissive and all that, like y'all tell us to do. And now look at us, we in some mess. So she grabs her stuff. She look, I'm going back home, okay? I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not staying here. I don't know nobody here for real. I only came here because my husband wanted me to come. I'm not doing this with y'all. Let's go. So she forgot her sons had some wives. They like, well, what you gonna do with us? We going too. So they packing up their stuff like, look, we going with you. So she like, well, whatever, you better hurry up because I'm out. Period. So Naomi gets her stuff. She's going, and as she's walking, she's like, okay, I ain't got no husband. He was the one that was bringing in the coins. I ain't got no job. So now I gotta figure out a way that I gotta feed myself. Now I gotta feed these two bras with me too. She pulls them aside like, look, y'all, I love you. It's been fun. It's been a good run. We had a good run, but I'm gonna need y'all to go y'all separate ways. This is where y'all from. Y'all wanna stay where y'all from? Like, y'all's people are here, y'all's family, y'all's gods are here. Like, I'm gonna go back and serve my God, and I'm gonna go and chill and do my thing. Y'all stay here. So at first they're all like, no, we wanna be with you, Naomi. You can't leave us here, blah, blah, blah. Then she breaks it down. She's like, look, I ain't got no more sons. I ain't got no more sons for y'all to kiss and love up on, okay? It's just me back at the house. So even if I could get married today and have some sons, y'all gonna wait and not marry nobody else just to be with them? I think not. Orpah was like, you have a point. Bye, mommy. I love you. I'll see you later. She did. But Ruth was a different type of chick. She saw something in Naomi. She was like, nah, I feel like you got the sauce, sis. I'm going with you because you gonna be all right. Like, you was always the smartest one in the family. I'm going with you. So Naomi got tired of arguing. She already trying to figure out how she gonna get her life back on track. She's like, I'm not about to argue with you. So she like, come on. So they go back, they go to Bethlehem. When they get in Bethlehem, the city is turned up. They love Naomi. They like, Naomi, what's good? Mama, like, we ain't seen you in forever. Like, how you feeling? You looking good? She like, don't call me Naomi, call me Mara. Like, my life is bitter, blah, blah, blah. They like, nah, your name Naomi. Your mama called you Naomi, I'm gonna call you Naomi. Like, what's good? They happy. Like, she the plug, and she don't even know she the plug. Everybody pumped to see her. She trying to downplay it. She's not really on it. So they get in, they settle back at her hometown. So they getting everything together or whatever. And Ruth is like, you know what? We need something to eat. I'm going to go out to the fields. I'm going to get us some grain. I'm going to do that. Naomi's like, good. Earn your keep. Because I didn't want you to come with me anyway. Let's not forget, I told you to stay where you was at. But since you're going to be here, you're going to work, sis. You are going to work. So Ruth was like, whatever, I got you. So she goes and she ends up in Boaz's field. Now let's take our time with Big Daddy Boaz. Whew. Geez, y'all see my shirt? Big Daddy Boaz energy. Yes, okay, so let's take our time with this one, okay? First of all, they said he was a rich and influential man. So he just came in the scene. You just automatically respect this man. Like, what? Boaz coming? Let's pull out the red carpet, okay? Because he got it like that. So she ends up working in his field. He comes in, he's greeting everybody, he's saying what's up, he's checking on his investments, right? Like, what's good? How's everything going? How my field doing? And then he peeps Ruth over in the corner. He's like, she's new. Who's that? So he asking people about her, like, y'all see Shorty over there? Who's that? And they like, oh, that's Ruth. She came back with Naomi, her husband died. First of all, dudes gossip more than women. I don't care what you say. Dudes gossip. Why they run this ma'am's whole life story down? They didn't have to tell him that her husband died and that she traveled back from Naomi. Like, they didn't. Why you know all this information about her? She ain't tell you that. She said, can I work in your field? And that was it. Here they come adding all this extra stuff. But how you know? Y'all nosy dudes. I swear they gossip more than women. But that's another thing. So anyway, Ruth, she over there. She gathering her grain. Big Daddy Boaz enters the scene. He's like, what's up? She's like, oh, hey, how you doing? So he's like, you can stay in my field if you want to. I'll tell the little young dudes to leave you alone. I know they're going to try to holler at you because you cute and stuff or whatever, but I got you. Like, just make sure you keep working here. I take care of you. Later on, he was like, you can come over. You can dip your wine in the bread. Like, he fed her, gave her some extra food to go home. So she's like, well, whatever did I do to please you, Big Daddy Boaz? Like, what is happening here? I'm just a foreigner and I'm not even from here. He's like, I know I talked about you, or I asked about you. He's like, I know I asked about you, I know you came here with Naomi and this and that and the other. You're a virtuous woman. Like, he's running down her list too. And she's like, you know how we try to act like we don't know that we that girl, but we are like, yeah, kind of. So he's saying all this stuff. He's taking care of her. She go home. She like, Naomi, you know how you tell your homegirl, you be on the phone like, girl, let me tell you what happened to me today. Naomi like, what happened? What's going on? She's like, so, I was in Big Daddy Boaz field today. She's like, Big Daddy Boaz? She's like, Big Daddy Boaz. She's like, so I'm working or whatever, grab my little grain, and he come over and start talking to you, girl, writing down my history and stuff, talk about he know I rode with you. Your name holds weight in the street, sis. So he said, I'm good people. He know I'm good people because I'm with you, all of this stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, ooh, she like, then he gave me some dinner, girl. He let me put my bread in the wine and he gave me all this extra food. Here you go. I know you like leftovers. Here you go, sis. So Naomi is like, oh, okay. Well, that's our family redeemer. So stay in his field. If he said you can stay there, you need to stay there, okay? He gonna take good care of you. He's not gonna let you get messed up. In these other fields, these people might treat you wrong. But Boaz, he got you. So everybody's happy, right? Good to go. First couple of days back in Bethlehem is lit. So a little bit further down the line, the barley harvest has ended. Now it's the wheat harvest. Let's say it's Labor Day weekend. So Naomi and Ruth, they go to a little cookout or whatever. And y'all know, okay, so the macaroni is good when that person who has that extra fat underneath their elbow makes it. Like, you have that extra fat right there, like your elbow is like little and then there's all that meat right there. When they make the macaroni and cheese, it's up, it's over. So Naomi is like, She gets her a to-go plate because it's lit, right? She like, I ain't had my family's home cooked meal in a while because Elimelech drove me over to Moab. Y'all can't cook over there. Like, now we home. We at the cookout. I got my favorite macaroni and cheese. I got me some yams to go with it so I can mix, get me that sweet and salty. She's having a wonderful time. So they leave the cookout. Naomi puts her food in the fridge like, okay, I'm gonna come get this a little bit later because it's gonna hit so hard in the morning, like I can't wait. So she go to sleep, she wrap her hair up in the morning, her bonnet. Why don't the bonnets ever stay on your head? Y'all ever notice that? Is that just me? I wake up, my bonnet be in the kitchen cooking breakfast. Like, so you just, waffles? I'll have waffles today, thank you. Like, why does it? Okay, let me get back on track. Anyway, Naomi gets up. She's ready to warm up her macaroni and her yams. I know it's not a good breakfast food, but that's what she wants for breakfast. She's looking for it. She gets in the kitchen. She's moving stuff out the way. She's like, okay, cranberry juice, yogurt, salad. Where my food at? So she go bang on Ruth's door like she the police. Hey, good morning. Have you seen my macaroni? Now Ruth got macaroni stains all on her shirt. She got a piece of yam sauce right here. And she like, no, I ain't seen it. Naomi is like, I should knock you out. I should lay you flat right where you stand. Like, she's upset in her spirit. Y'all know how it be when you got something in your taste buds and you're just like, oh, I can't wait to eat that. It's gonna be so good. And then somebody else eat it. You know that feeling. So she upset. So Naomi wants to put hands on her. Let's just be honest. Let's be clear about what is about to happen. But instead, she has to remember she's a child of God. She's like, we don't do that anymore. We don't nuck or buck anymore. She's like, let me talk to you. She's like, sis, you ain't got to go home. You ain't got to go back to Moab, but you got to get the heck up out of here. So I'm going to help you because you did help me out. You've been bringing food in. You've been paying your rent on time, but you ate my food, and that's the last straw. I got to find you somewhere else to live because you can't stay with me. No longer can you stay with me because you are tripping. Naomi puts this plan together. She's like, all right, you've been hanging out in Boaz's field for a little bit. He's been throwing some game at you, but you ain't really been catching it the way that I need you to catch it. So now it's your turn. I need you to let him know that you're still interested. So I need you to take a bath because you stink and you got macaroni on your shirt, sis. She was mad. She was like, you got yams on the side of your mouth. You got macaroni on your shirt. You don't smell good. You haven't been drinking that cranberry juice that I bought you. So you a little tart. That's all I'm gonna say. You a little tart. Take a bath. Put on some perfume, put on your best outfit. Now, Boaz and them, they about to be turning up at the threshing floor or whatever. He about to be eating and drinking, but you know he a little old, so he can't hang the way that he used to could hang. So what's gonna happen is he gonna get sleepy. He's gonna get sleepy, he's gonna eat, and he's gonna lay down. When he lays down, take the cover, take it off his feet, lay down by his feet. When he wakes up, he'll tell you what to do. So just like she said, because Naomi is that girl and she's the plug, like everybody tried to tell her when she came back to Bethlehem, but we're gonna get back into that. But anyway, so she does exactly what she's supposed to do. Boaz does exactly what she said he was going to do. He gets some food, he lays down, he wakes up because his feet is cold. Like, what happened? The covers was on my feet, they cold now, what's happening? And he's like, smell like wifey in here. Who that at my feet? Because it's dark, right? He's like, who is that smelling all good in here? And she's like, it's your servant Ruth. Lay your cover over me because you my family redeemer. He like, oh yeah, like kicking it, okay? He was like, for real, Ruth? All right, I see you. He's like, yeah, I know you a virtuous woman. You came back with Naomi and you showing me special love because you could have went after a young dude, but you know, you hollered at your boy. I'm here for it. He was like, I got you. So he's like, but there's somebody else that's in line to get with you before me. So I'm gonna talk him down. Don't even worry about it. I got him. But nobody can see you here. Like, there's not supposed to be any women here on the threshing floor. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you some food to go because you know I never leave you empty-handed. Get you some food, go back home, and I'll call you tomorrow when everything's handled. She's like, okay. Family redeemer. Like, she's geeked, and he's like, he's feeling it too. He's like, yeah, Big Daddy Boaz. Dear Heavenly Father, send me a Big Daddy Boaz. Amen. Anyway, the next morning, early in the morning, he goes to the city gate. He finds the dude that is the closest family redeemer. He's like, hey, bro, come here. Let me talk to you for a second. He's like, oh, what's good, homie? So they dap each other up, whatever. They sit down. He's like, remember Naomi? They're like, Naomi? Naomi was a bet. Okay, I'm taking this too far. Let me calm down. They like, yes, I remember Naomi. Like, remember her house? Remember how dope her house was? Like, yeah. It's like, well, she's selling it, man. Like, her husband passed away. She's selling it. And you the family redeemer. So go ahead. If you want to buy the house, you got it. And they like, for real? He's like, all right, I'll get it then. So then Boaz got to slide in like, because he knows this dude's situation. So he's like, you do realize that along with the house, you kind of got to marry Ruth. Like, you remember Naomi had 2 sons. One of the sons married Ruth. Then he died when they went over to Moab. So now along with the house, Ruth kind of got to come with it. And the dude was like, can't even do it. My baby mama would kill me. Like, she already had an attitude when I brought my concubine in the house. Like, she was tripping. I don't have no more time for it. Plus, she about to have my little son. I want him to have the inheritance. Now, if I marry this chick, then if she have a son, then they gonna be beefing. I don't even have time for this. You know, I saw how it worked out for Abraham and Sarah, and I'm not doing it. So you go ahead, you go buy it. And I was like, you sure? Sir, you know he doing what you want to do, because you know you want Ruth. You wanted her since the first time you see her. You trying to be like, you sure you set this up, Big Daddy Boaz? Like, okay, I'm chilling. So, long story short, after I done told you a long story, he's like, okay, they do some type of sandal thing because it's a tradition back in the day. Y'all read about it. I'm going to put all of the links of what I'm talking about below, because your version of the Bible and the way that I read the Bible might not be the same. So I want you to read it for yourself. So I'm going to put the link to the actual scriptures below so you can read it for yourself. But anyway, so he goes, picks up Ruth. They have a baby and everything is bomb. Okay, so I done told you the story. Let me tell you about the lessons that I learned in this story. You might have already heard some of them. I didn't go into deep detail, but I'm about to. So the first one is stop being a people pleaser. Number 1, stop being a people pleaser. So remember when I told y'all that Naomi probably had like a gut feeling that it wasn't? She's like, we gonna go to Moab. Something good is not gonna happen. Like, she probably felt it in her spirit, but she didn't say nothing. Like, when you go back and read Ruth 1, you're gonna know that she didn't say anything. She probably felt something, but she was just like, oh, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know what they're gonna think of me. He's gonna think that I'm difficult if I go against him. I shouldn't. Or she's probably been in situations before where people didn't listen to what she had to say. So now she is more reserved and she's just like, okay, I'm gonna stay in my box. You better hop out of that box, okay? You better hop out of that box. If you feel something, you need to say it. All of this could have been avoided if she would have said something. Or it could have went differently. You never know, but don't hold yourself back. Don't fit into what other people try to make you fit into, okay? Be authentic with yourself. That's the first thing. Don't be a people pleaser. Number 2, don't let your past kind of like make you forget who you are. Like, Naomi forgot that she was that girl. When they went back to Bethlehem, everybody was turned up. They were so happy to see her. They're like, Naomi, well, we haven't seen you in forever. What's good? This and that and the other. And she's like, don't call me Naomi. Call me Mar, which means bitter. Why? Why are you changing your name? Why? Don't do that. You had, okay, she did have some bad luck. Like, her husband did pass away and then her sons died after that. Like, that's some hard blows. Like, losing a loved one, especially somebody like, she's probably been through all these different type of dudes and finally got one that act a little bit right. And she was just like, I'm holding on to it with dear life. And then you pass away. What kind of stuff is that? I know she had an attitude and I get it. We've all been there. But just because that happened to you in the past, that doesn't mean that you still don't have value. That doesn't mean that you're still not that girl. That doesn't mean that people don't see the wealth that you have of knowledge. That doesn't mean that you're not pretty. That doesn't mean that you can't bring things to the table. Like, don't ever play yourself. And Naomi did. She was like, I'm done. Like, I ain't got no husband. I ain't got no kids. All I got is Ruth. And you know, Ruth ended up feeding you. She ate your food though, so I can see how you would still be mad about that. Once again, read the Bible, because it doesn't actually say that she it doesn't actually say that she ate her food, but in my mind, that's why she told her she had to get out. In my mind, that's how it happened. All right. All right. Number 3, don't let your past negatively impact your present and your future. Now, we should take examples from our past and be like, ooh, I probably shouldn't do that anymore. It should get our wheels turning like, is this the best decision for me? Should I be doing this? Should I not? You should take those things into consideration, but don't let it scare you about some stuff. So every time I read this scripture, I'm like, Ruth, Big Daddy Boaz was like giving you the invitation of all invitations. Like, he rolled up on you. How did you not know that he was like feeling you? How did you not see that? Like, out of all the stuff that was going on, how did you not see it? In my mind, I think she saw it, but she also saw his age, and she was like, I'm gonna get with him and he gonna die. I just had this other husband and he was killed, he died on me, and now I'm gonna get with this old dude and he gonna die too. I think she took her past and almost messed up her future because she was trying to create parallels that were not there. Like, he was still young enough to give you that baby, sis. Like, he wasn't as old as you thought he was, okay? Like, don't play Big Daddy Boaz like that. He's not the one or the two, okay? So she's sitting there thinking all this stuff like, oh, my past was not so great. I'm not sure if I want to jump into something else, which is good. You should not jump directly into something else to try to like heal from your wounds. But at the same time, don't make the next person pay for something that happened to you in the past. That's something that you need to kind of deal with and get yourself together before. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't automatically assume that just because this happened in this relationship that it's going to happen in the next, right? All right, so number 4 is seek wise counsel. Y'all know Naomi was the mastermind of this whole thing. Like, if Naomi wouldn't have said, sis, take a bath because you a little, I ain't want to say nothing, but you a little right. Take a bath, perfume it up, put on some good clothes, and go do this, and that, and the other. If she wouldn't have said that, Ruth would have still been somewhere just picking grain, picking the barley, and doing all this stuff, and just wouldn't have, I mean, where would we be now? We wouldn't have King David if she wouldn't have had Boaz, and Boaz wouldn't have had Jesse, and Jesse wouldn't have had King David. Like, why are you almost messed up history, sis? Because you was walking around stink. Why would you do that? So, I'm sorry. Anyways, get wise counsel. I talk about it in a couple of my resources. In my book, Situationship Guru, if you haven't already read it, make sure you go get it. I'm gonna put the link below, but there's a lot of good stuff in here. But at the end of the book, there's a section where I talk about seeking wise counsel. And I had this conversation with my granny, and first of all, old people are funny. If you can get them to talking about relationships and stuff, they're funny. Like, they've been through everything under the sun. So it's like, we're a little bit timid, especially if you grew up in church. Like, you don't talk about sex in church. It just was kind of like, oh my gosh, like, you're going to hell. And it's like, no, you're not. Don't do that. We should talk about sex in church so that people won't be out here doing dumb stuff when we get in the world by ourselves. Like, don't, but that's another story. Anyways, I'm talking to my granny, and she's like shedding light on all of these situations that I've been through, because she's either been through them herself or she knows somebody that's been through these situations, and she was able to kind of tell me and guide me through some of the worst times of my life. So seek wise counsel. Also, in my 30-day devotional, there is, I think it's day 7, where I talk about like who's in your tribe, and oh yeah, day 7, who's in your tribe fights. So basically, the people that you hang around are the people that influence you the most. Y'all see, Ruth was in Moab. She was like, I'm not staying here. There's nothing for me here. You and your family and your sons were the best things that ever happened to me. I'm going with you. Ruth's one decision about who she wanted in her tribe changed her whole life. Her whole entire life. So the people that you're hanging around are very, very important. So if you're hanging around somebody that's always crying and always making bad decisions when it comes to boys, or somebody that's not good with money, or just somebody that's just not serving the Lord the way that they're supposed to, or just anything that's against what you want to be, you need to let them go. And I'm not just talking about like dudes, I'm talking about friends too. Like, if you have a friend that's just always complaining or just always needs something or just extra, you might just kind of be like, I'm not available for that today. I can't. And then slowly but surely, they're going to stop asking you. You say you're not available a couple of times, then you stop getting the phone calls, which is good for you, because people is crazy. You can't let these people and their personalities jump off on you. It's just not good. And finally, the last lesson that I saw when I was reading Ruth was, don't make everything about sex. Now, I know you're probably like, I didn't hear you mention sex not one time when you was in there. It's implied. So think about it. It's dark. Big Daddy Boaz already drunk off that hen. He's laid out, okay? Y'all say he went to sleep. She come there, she lay down at his feet, she uncovering stuff. She's like, you're my family redeemer. He could have been like, so how bad you want me to redeem your family? Or he could have been like, nobody's around, let's test it out. Like, he could have been trash, for real, for real. Like, there's a lot of opportunities for him to be trash, but he wasn't. He had integrity for her, and he had integrity for himself. He was like, look, women are not supposed to be here, for real, so gather your belongings. I'm gonna give you some food, because I'm never gonna, like, I always got you. Like, please know you ain't gonna never go hungry. But, Lord, did you hear me when I had prayed? Because I'm not trying to, okay, it's not about me. Once again, sorry. He's like, here's some food. I got you. I'm gonna protect you. I'm never gonna leave you out here, but I need you to go because I don't have anybody see you leaving here. Because if it does, they're gonna ruin your reputation. You have a good reputation. If they see you leaving here, they're gonna be like, oh, what was she doing? And then they gonna see me, and then the whole thing is ruined. And people be throwing it. I am who I am. People have definitely tried me, and I don't talk to them because I don't like them type of girls. But I like you, so I want you to keep your name clean because you represent me, or you gonna represent me tomorrow after I, you know, take care of all this stuff. But yeah, I can't have you out here like that. And there's a lot of men these days that just lead with sex because that's all they're good at, honestly. I know I'm not the only one. Like, y'all, please don't leave me out here by myself. How many times have you stayed in a raggedy relationship just because the sex was good? That was it. That was the thing that you craved. That was the thing that kind of made you keep coming back. But everything else was trash. And you was like, I gotta get away from this. Like, what is this? What's happening? Why am I still here? And it was just that one reason. That was the only good thing they had going for them. And then afterwards you left, you realized how broken and damaged everything was because you let that one thing keep you there. So no more of that. We basing our relationships off of better things these days, okay? All right, so that is my time. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope you did get something out of it. I did. I know I did. I got some lessons out of it, and I hope you did too. Once again, I'm going to put all the links for everything below. I'm going to put the scriptures. I'm going to put the book down there. I'm also going to put the devotional, and then also the merch. The Big Daddy Boaz Energy t-shirts are going to be linked below. All right? I'll see you next time. Bye.